Hello, everybody. My name is Conan Wolf, and welcome to Help Will Come Tomorrow. There was music playing. I don't know what happened to the music. Broke the music. Unless you guys can hear and I can't. That's mighty cool. Do you want to say changes? Nah. Oh my goodness. So this is a survival game based in Siberia. Game. We got like three scenarios, my bad. The Wind of the Damned, the final showdown, and Shatan. We will be working on the Wind of the Damned. A chance of serious wounds to start. Yes. We're gonna keep the characters random. Um okay, so that's gonna be from a random class. Okay, cool. Cool. Passenger for difficulty. The passenger level is the least demanding experience. Milder initial conditions of the characters, more resources, and animals in the tundra, less threat and aggression from renegades, milder weather and events. Survivor, which is what we're gonna be doing it on. Diversified character traits and initial character conditions. Average number of resources and animal in the tundra. Renegades and the weather can give a hard time. Dead residents of Siberia. More negative character traits. Poor initial character condition. Less resources and animal in the tundra. Ruthless renegades and Siberian weather. Again, we're going to be doing this on Survivor because, it's the middle ground. Russia. We were all a passenger on the speeding train. Divided into classes. World confined in compartments. There was someone's story hidden in each of them. War, escape, adventure, fight for chance. However, we all felt what the end of the journey could be. At that moment, all divisions disappeared, and our story merged into one. Help will come tomorrow. We barely escaped death. That we did. 2 men, 2 women. Can you hear the shots? They're killing other survivors. This is replay from Zemensky Square. Cesar supporters are opening fire. We were talking nonsense. They were just thugs or deserters. Don't talk so loudly because they'll hear us. We've run a long way. I think we can rest here, and the snow will cover our footprint. Do you want to use the manual description? The manual describing the mechanic. Help will come tomorrow. My stomach is rumbling, yes. The key aspects of the character's survival is satisfying their basic needs, shown in the form of statuses: hunger, thirst, frost, and fatigue. Each of them has their own individual effects on the character. To know them, you can hover over their icon. This character is thirsty. Looks like he's hungry. There's a bit of clean water in your inventory. Give it to the thirsty character. Great. Now let's move on to the character card. To do this, select one of the portraits from the panel on the left. Character card is a place where the most important information about each character is located. The window is divided amongst 3 tabs. We will start from discussing the character selection. Each character belongs to one of 3 factions. Astrocrypt, Revolutionary, and Neutral. Factions affiliated defines the initial attitude of the characters to each other and affects the course of night conversations around the campfire. Traits of the characters, unique features, they appear during the game as results of conversation, actions, or events. They can have both positive and negative impact on the outcome of the character's action in the camp. Health level determines how many ailments a character can endure. Decrease of health to 0 means death. Morale means how much conflict and sacrifice a character can endure. High morale makes it possible to regain action points lost in the morning by negative statuses. The morale level can be increased by performing actions corresponding to the character and conducting dialogue in a manner consistent to the beliefs and the nature of the character. Current character statuses are also visible on the character card. In addition to the basic status discussed earlier, the game has a number of special statuses, including, among others, disease, injuries, or mental states of the character. Some of them may give a time limit on given numbers of days. Exponential statuses may prevent them from leaving the camp or block some actions. Action points represents the strength and the readiness of the character to act. They are used as a result of taking action in camp, such as removing snow, building, creating items, cooking, exploring, or caring for other characters. A fully functional character starts the day with 3 action points. Every 2 negative statuses reduces this number by 1. This is where the slot the character's clothes is located. The quality of its performance reduces the cooling of the character. The next tab part of the character card is relationships section. Needs a tab. The relationship section represents the attitude of the selected character towards another team member. Next to the portrait of a given character, there are 3 statuses specifying this relationship: trust, friendship, and credit. Change in the relationship occurs during joint work and night talks. Relationships affect the quality of the jointly performed actions and the course of the dialogue. Trust determines how much one character believes in the good intentions of the other. It increases as the characters spend time with each other and learn something about their past. Friendship determines how much one character likes the other and wants to spend time with them. It increases when characters perform actions together and agree during conversations. Credit determines how much one character appreciates skills and comprehension of others. It increases when the action performed by a character brings a positive effect. The last tab, a part of the character card, is My Story section. In this section, you can learn more about the character. As a result of night conversations, team members get to know each other better, discovering their stories and motives. To survive, the characters will also have to take care of their camp. Within the camp, you can build 5 structures: campfire, shelter, workshop, quarantine, and fence. Before building a new camp structure, or when it's buried as a result of the weather, The action of removing snow must be carried out. Select a zone where the campfire will be built. This is the camp structure window. Before we can build and develop a camp structure, we need to clear the area where it is to be eradicated. To do so, you must perform the action move snowbank. So let's move to the overview. Each action in the game represents the action of the character. Action includes removing snow, building, making items, cooking, expedition, and taking care of other characters. Each action is charged with a cost in the form of action points, and sometimes also requiring some resources. Remove snowbank. After removing the snowbank, we will be able to put a camp structure in its place. Optional tools. Using a shovel gives a chance to regain the action point. Current selected action of removing snow is an action for one single character. For a single character. And its cost is one action point. Click to continue. This part contains a description of the current selected action along with its effect. We know this. This area represents action required related to the resource. Action of removing snow does not involve any resources costs, but has space for an optional tool. Optional tool is not required to perform action. However, if it is present in a camp, after clicking the slot, it is possible to add it to the components of the action. When using an optional tool, there's a small chance of regaining action points during the action. Eradicating new structures increase the overall quality of the entire camp structure. Let's move on to the performance of the selected action. To do this, we must assign a character to perform the task. Action of removing the snow is a work for one character only. Let's assign one of the characters available on the left. Click on the character's portrait and drag and drop into the ring visible to the right. You can also use arrows underneath the circle. Okay. Due to the fact that we do not have any auxiliary object, let's proceed to the approval of the action. Do this, click the button below the window. At the bottom of the window. Working. Action of removing snow unlocks the possibility of eradicating camp structures. Each such structure contains development tree in which buildings, individual components unlock new types of action and further improvement. Currently selected component mark makes it possible to perform the action of building a campfire. The selected action can be performed by one or two characters. If one character undertakes the construction, the cost for it will be 3 action points. But the same work performed by 2 characters, the cost for each will be equal to 1 action point. Relationship between the characters undertaking the action together will have impact on the quality of the success of the performed work. Let's select the pair option. Do this, first assign one character, then after the second slot appears, assign the next character. Better work somebody else. Action of building can be performed in 2 ways: makeshift or solid structure. Makeshift requires about half the components needed to build a structure, but its quality is much lower. Credit of the creators observing the work decreases Solid structure requires a full set of components, but its quality is high. In addition, it increases the credit of the builders by people observing the work performed. Build solid campfire from the resource obtained at the time of removing snow. To perform the action of building the campfire, resources belonging to two resource groups are required: wood and structural element. To be able to perform the action, the proper amount of resource from a given resource group should be provided so that its total strength equals the total required group strength. When clicking on the resource group slot in the inventory, resources belonging to the given group allows with the required number to be filled, the group strength circle will appear. We must provide resources for the wood group with a total strength of 8 to the resource group slot. In the inventory panel, there is filtered resources belonging to this group. As a result of removing snow, we have found 8 sticks, each with a strength of 1. In the wood group, use all 8 for building. We provide the required group strength. Select the sticks from the inventory. Cook. This character has a chance to regain AP or action points while cooking food. Campfire has been built. As a result of the work, the relationship between the working characters have changed. Witnesses that is the people present in the camp were satisfied with the solid structure that was built, hence their credit towards the building. The builders has increased. Along with building the camp structure, its repair option appeared. The structure can be damaged as a result of weather or events. The condition of the entire structure is represented by the quality bar visible in the upper right corner. To go to the repair action, press the hammer icon next to quality, or select repair action from the action list. Perfect. The area for the campfire has been prepared. When removing snow, we found some resources lying in the snow. You can view them in the materials. To light the fire, use the following needles in the inventory in the material section. Click the resource icon and take and drag it to the campfire. The characters are warming up now, but everything has a price. The renegades and dangerous predators moving around the area will be attracted to our camp by its visibility. The visibility of the camp, apart from the campfire level, is influenced by the number of people in the camp current weather. To reduce visibility, you can lower the fire by clicking the minus icon next to the campfire. It will then be reduced by 5%. Weather, apart from the impact on the visibility of the camp, affects the condition of the characters, chances of losing the expedition, and camp structure every day by covering them or damaging them and affecting their quality. Camp morale means how consistent, determined, and loyal are the people in the camp, improving individual character morale and relationship during the conversation between them increases the camp morale. Camp morale has a significant impact on the course of some events. Knowing the basics of the game, use as many action points as the characters. Finish the day phase. When you want, press the upper right corner to move on to the night phase. Okay. Small water filter. campfire provides everyone at the camp with protection against frost. The better, the more firewood is thrown in on a given day. Unlocks actions. Recitation, roasted animal unlocks recipe, campfire fish, burnt meat. Okay. Cool. What was this? Diary. Log of conversation, dialogue, and changes in the camp. Nothing has happened. In the diary window, there are all essential changes in the camp saved, as well as the course of events and dialogue. Even called the course. Okay. Okay. Is that subversion? Okay, so we got workshop, shelter, fatigue reduced, protection against cold. On snow. The simple lining. The lining makes it possible to rest and reduces the fatigue of the character. Additionally, each character in the camp regenerates the fatigue. For every unused action point, unlocks rest. I'm not fond of you. I'm not fond of you either, bitch. Wow. Girls, calm down. Well, that's not happening. I think this is like oh, cool. You do it then, buddy. She failed at it. Fence. The fence reduces damage of the camp structure caused by bad weather. In addition, it provides everyone in the camp with additional wind protection. Okay. Gotta clear everything out. This character likes repetitive actions. They increase their morale when performing the same action in a row. Focused. Bed. Warm corner away from the camp. Hustle and bustle makes it possible to regenerate gathering strength. Got enough for that, and then we'll do workbench. The workbench unlocks the ability to create simple tools and process resource type material. Unlocks action, fabricate, alteration. Unlocks the item knife, hammer, shovel, torch, rag, string, and rope. We're literally like so close. We gotta build that. I mean, is there anything we can really do right now? Improve the relationship of two characters and increase their morale. It's obviously gonna take one action point, so yes. There's not much we could do right now. We're not sleeping. The characters sitting by the fire have conversation with each other during one night. You can start 2 topics. Each topic is an opportunity to get to know the characters better, discover the traits, or change relationship between the interlocutors. So dialogue can be unlocked. You can unlock new topics or even tasks related to the character. Select one of the above topics to start a conversation. A Drunk Tale. Wadim's introduction. Check out the Northern River. To seek a better shelter. Crash and slaughter. Comrades in misery, fate has put us in a difficult task. Under a difficult test. I appeal, let us rise above division. In the face of danger, everyone must unite and cooperate. Was that Was that frivolous about me? Perhaps. Today we say no to divisions. No matter if you vomited oysters yesterday or cleaned up the vomit. That's too much. Woe to us if at this critical moment we give in to prejudice or expect special treatment. I say this especially to you, Anna. Keep an eye on you. Since you brought up Anna, let's get her introduction. I'm cold. Get me out of here. You like some caviar? I beg your pardon. Easy, miss. A bit of humor would do no harm in this situation. Humor? I'm frozen to the bone. Please do something. My poor Yivir? She would bring me my fur now. She would brew that. But those butchers. Oh my poor. Hey. Vera? And Aunt Nazca. Crime won't bring them back to life. You should worry about yourself now. Why did we leave St. Petersburg? We should have stayed at the estate of the prince. Oh, Auntie, I should have accepted his proposal. End of day summary. What the hell happened between those two? What the hell is that? Why is everybody hating this man? But he's like, oh, he's not hating nobody. He's unliked, but he seems to be getting the hearts of everybody. Unfriendly. This character is not liked. The friendship of other characters towards them constantly decreases. Cool. Humbug. Trust and friendship towards this character increases at first, but then they constantly decrease. Honest. The trust of others towards this character is constantly increasing. 2, 3, 3, 2. Here's got dropped one. Stays the same. Dropped one. Starving. This character's hunger increases faster than others. Easily dehydrated. The character will be thirsty much faster. Cool. 2 of them with constant hunger, and another one with hydration problems. The shots have ceased. The renegades retreated from the crash site. So you can leave the camp safely. Send an expedition in order to obtain the resources and explore a nearby area. Press the map in the upper left corner. The map window is the place where you will manage expeditions. To send the first team, press send new expedition. All right. The expedition preparation window is the place where you decide who and with what equipment to send to the field. Send an expedition is action with a cost 1 or 2 characters equal to 1 action point per character. Dual expeditions have lower risk of getting lost. Current state of relationship between the characters participating in it can have both positive and negative effects on the success of an expedition. Assign 2 characters to the slot. After assigning the characters, it adds some of the resources from camp to their equipment. Equip them in clothes, and in the case of dual expedition, check the relationship between the characters. Well, I mean, it's not gonna give you that option. It's making me send. The panel of the current selected expedition is located in the bottom left corner, right here. You can see the characters included in the expedition and view their inventory, perform search action of a zone where the expedition takes place. You're currently in the camp zone that cannot be searched. To move to adjacent tiles, select one of the 6 zones located around camp. Unknown zone, danger level insignificant. Danger level easy, average, safe, easy. Let's go down to safe. I like safe. Lost probability, that's cool. If you move on the map, it increases the risk of getting lost of the expedition and can force its members to stay overnight in the forest. Bad weather increases the risk. Apart from the move, the level of getting lost risk increases during performance of zone searching action. Or zone search. This window shows the items that were found within a given zone. Press Take All button or select those items in which you are interested in and move to the character's equipment. After collecting the items, press the confirmation button at the bottom of the screen. Take everything. Note that the search action, in addition to the risk of getting lost, also has increased level of zone threat. The higher the zone threat level, The higher the zone threat level, the more interested in it will the renegades. Hold on. The higher the zone threat level, the more interested in it will the renegades will be. Whereas wild animals will avoid it. Continue the expedition. When you decide that it would be safe to return to camp, you can move through. You can move to it by going through the zones or by pressing the return to camp button in the bottom corner. Young forest near the tracks. Risky. Dangerous. Risky. This is average right now, so it's doing our search. Medium sticks, low cones, low bugs, low plenty of needles, medium psychedelic mushrooms, and low mushrooms. Risky. The expedition returned to camp. This is what they managed to find. Okay. Real food. In some actions, they're caught. In some actions, action costs there are the possibility to set the number of processed resources. With the plus and minus icon, you decide the amount of a given resource you want to process within one action. Hello, Junkie. How are you doing? How do you do? We're in Siberia, in case you're curious. Workshop. I want to build a workshop quick. Ew. Yeah, I know. I've seen. I hope you feel better. I don't have resources. Oh, we need string. We need string. Send expedition. Send these two out. Good relationship. Look at that. We're gonna send them up to the unknown zone up here. Me, I'm doing good. Peachy. You know what I mean? We're in Siberia. Oh, that's inventory. We want to search. Got some mushrooms. Observant. The character has a chance of finding additional resources during the collect/exploration action. Oh, I feel you. That's why I chose to do this for. Uh-oh. Events are special moments in the game that can appear randomly. They can be the result of dialogue, character stories, critical character morale finding on a map, or confrontation with the renegades or the wild animals. Night Swarm. Events can relate to one or more characters. This is a portrait of the main character to whom the event description applies to, or the person making a decision. The additional characters taking part in the events are presented as portraits arranged in a line below the event title. During the event, or as a consequence of choice made, relationship statuses, life points, and morale of the character may change. Characters, my bad. During the event, you will have to make many of the difficult choices. Some of them require appropriate traits or having specific items in the characters or on the camp's equipment to be able to choose them. Okay. Unexpectedly, a swarm of nasty flies encircle you, biting severely any exposed part of the body, especially exposed part of the body. Even when you were traveling by the train, you heard warnings of the tundra people about such a swarm. But apparently, at this time of year, bugs should not breed anymore. Well, these flies apparently don't know the calendar. You run away as fast as you can. Okay. Sticks, bark, needles, poison mushrooms. Poisonous mushrooms. No same person. Get the shit out of here. Yeah, screw those mushrooms. We don't want no damn poisonous mushrooms. We don't want no damn poison mushrooms. There's not much we could do now. Let us rest. Good item. Us. I'm dying of hunger. I got some mushrooms. We survived, but this is only the beginning of our agony. A vodka. Got a cigarette. Good for fried nerves. Beans. Not nutritious, but will allow you to forget about the cold Siberia for a moment. Hunger slightly decreases. This mushroom tastes strange. That's because it's a psychedelic mushroom. You should be amazed you're not tripping. That's something. That boy's like really hungry right now. Hey buddy, calm down. Quite filling, that's good. That's good. Yeah, we only got one turn. Let me introduce myself. Grigori? I presume that none of you have pickled cucumbers. You asking seriously? Do you realize what situation we are in? Drunkard. Character likes hard stuff. When sober, they can lose morale at night. When drunk, the morale increases. Of course, I'm aware of that. We're damn far from the distillery. But what is this jabbing me in my side? Come on, baby. Come to your uncle. Vodka. Sophia. My dear, thank you. But you should have saved me. I am old and weak and will only be a burden. Don't say that. No one deserves to die in such circumstances. We have to stick together. Every hand to help counts. When I die, please write Zofia, born in 1854. Religious faith supports his character in difficult conditions. And if I'm not asking for too much, put a cross made of sticks for me at least. Well, everybody's just hating this man. Well, then that's a straight. So we gotta get food. That's of course the drinking. The Russian. She dead? Honey, you dead? What the hell happened? She's unconscious now. Where? Ah, cool. We're exhausted, yeah? You don't say. Dear. You found wild game trace in one of the zones. The hunter entered zone, but remember that without proper equipment, it can be very hard to hunt. If you fail, the animal just runs to another zone. Wild animals are just like renegades. The renegades, they can move every day. I mean, cool. There's a renegade patrol near your expedition. It's best to avoid direct meeting. If your expedition enters a zone where the patrol is, or goes to your expedition, event relates, the confrontation will appear. The renegades, just like wild animals, change their position on the map every day. Get this shit out of here. Get out of here. Just a poison mushroom. We need something good. Dangerous. Okay, let's go over here then. Risky, deadly. I love that. That's just that's not good. That's like cigarettes. You know, water would be amazing. Risky. That's dangerous too. Take all. Now, how do we do this? She's unconscious. I guess it's okay. Solid workbench. Boom. One person can do this. It's not her because she's unconscious. These two. I can't stand you. Greta. Damn, okay, this is... -5, -5, better than -10, -5, or -10, -10. So much, I know, it's crazy. Y'all gotta calm down a little bit. We need something good. Oh, we don't got enough people. We don't got enough things to. Okay, so we can make a bow. We need something so we can hunt those deer. We need to hunt them deer. She's sleeping. She's not sleeping, but she might as well be sleeping. Bait, poison mushroom. Eat. You. I know you're not with us right now, but I need you to eat this. Oh my god. Weak drinker. This character is not drinking. It's not a drinking partner. They have a higher chance of getting drunk. The drunk stats. I just need her to lower her thirst. Better at once. Got a cigarette. So we're gonna... Our expedition. Who can we send? We sent him, which isn't like the greatest, but we're gonna send him out. Regardless. Oh, cool. Trail breadcrumbs. Someone had to go into the woods and fell on you. Someone had to go out into the woods and it fell on you. Not good. When you're not in the camp, those maniacs are ready to jump at every... When you're not at the camp, those maniacs are ready to jump at each other's throats. They're extremely resistant to learning. Hardly anyone understands the fate of the profanary and the need for cooperation. They don't know what it means to fight for ideas, to put up the common good, and to put common good above their own. You have seen all of them, though. Guessed it. You guessed why they're sending you to the expedition. They want you to eat the best bites when you're not there. They want to eat the best bites when you're not there. Despicable people. You've only been tightening your belt over the last few days. And they still think about themselves? No such tricks with you. You triumphantly pull tasty provision from your Boston pocket. You won't let them starve. You will eat this along the way. And if something remains, then you will justly share it. Eat all of it. You deserve it, my God. Crumbles. We must be solitary. Sorry, but you have to give an example. You will only eat the portion needed for the trip, and bring the rest back to camp. It's for the common good, after all. You're damn right. It's for the better good. This is dangerous. You want to go up. You want to go up to this zone. Straw idol. You have no idea why someone would put a straw scarecrow in the middle of the forest. However, apparently someone did. A surreal image of a silent idol, someone slumbering under cold snow caps, doesn't make you feel good. Maybe it's a scarecrow, you say to yourself, but where's the field it guards? Disassemble the scarecrow. The forest idol was assembled from dry wood, which would definitely be more useful in the camp. Okay. Apple roots. Eat. Y'all need to eat. Y'all need to eat. Eat the damn food. Okay. Everybody's getting thirsty, but I haven't found any water yet. He's still unconscious. Let's take a better shelter. Let's have an idea. The tracks on this section have been recently built. For every few dozen versts, there should be a hut of workers who are cutting down the railroad ties. Perfect idea. So we just have to explore the area within a dozen verses, right? Explore yourself if you want to. If you raise the finger to do a decent job, you might know that it's worth checking the tracks. There are no logger huts by the tracks. Oh, right. But there are marks for commissioners. Mile mark on the one. The mile markings on the one of the ties should tell us where to look for the workshop. Each dialogue should be constructed sensitively. The decision affects the relationship between characters and the morale, both characters, and in the entire camp. Such issues that match the character's nature will increase their morale, but they may not necessarily win the approval of the rest of the team. That's one of the answers. Now you're talking. So let's check the tracks immediately. Such a forest hut will not only be better shelter, but probably some equipment has been left in it. Why are you just talking about now? I talk all the time, but nobody listens to me. With the woodcutter's markings, I wrote that. Why should we stick to in this forest in the cold when we're still driving? A bend of river can be seen in the north. We have to get to it. I think it's Siliga, or some influence of it. Anyways, all the river in this area flows into, I don't even know how to pronounce that word. That's what I'm talking about. We will build a raft, and the next thing we'll see is. Let's discuss the idea. Even though she's unconscious. Well, at least let's look for the river and check the ice condition. After all, it's autumn. Maybe the river will be navigatable. If it's covered with hard ice, we could build a sled like Chachi. People traveling down the river can be feasible even without a team. This is not so stupid. Damn. Everybody's dying of hunger. Watch, we're gonna get to day 4 and everybody's gonna be dead. Oh wait, no, we're gonna. The hardened table unlocks the action of producing simple weapons. Additionally, unlocks materials breaking actions allowed to break wood and stone. Unlocks the action breaking materials. Unlocks the items bow, arrows, harpoon, fishing rod, sticks, splint, wood, plank, and cut wood. I need stone. We need stone. So they're down there. Anything good over here? Average. All right, we got more rocks. Ooh. Amidst the midnight skies, a damn cold mist has flowed down the valley. You don't give up and go a few more versts. The thick whiteness on the hills. You have a chance to see the area, but each time you go down to the valley, you risk not only losing the road, but also getting into the bog. On thin ice, or at the paws of some predator. Let's go faster. I don't like sleeping in the woods. The camp is at the end of the pass. Well, I don't know. When the night catches us in the canyon, we may get completely covered in snow. We better set up camp now. You cover a considerable distance, but it's for nothing. The camp is neither at the end of the canyon nor at the end of the next one. Night is coming. You give up and quickly repair beds from fragments of fallen needles. Great. Yeah. We need water. Oh, great. If you step behind the camp, you see a bearded gentleman who is ineptly hiding among the trees. By courtesy, you try to ignore him, but the man begins to grunt meaningfully. I don't have time now. I'm gathering the bushwood. You say dryly, but the bearded man does not give up. He points at you and makes an inviting gesture. After a closer look, you think you know this man, maybe from the newspaper. I do not know his name. No, the bearded man laughs at a low bass. I'm Rasputin. What a meeting. You hug and kiss like old friends. The waiter will bring you a cha and cigar in a moment. German. The monk wants to be sure. Are you joking, right? You're joking, right? These are the golden leaves wrapped in Tivaio. Do you try, Dad? It's a pity. I only spoke German. Refused sadly because it is a disgrace to smoke Trinidad. Not really knowing what to talk to the saintly man. You ignore. You mentioned that you danced well. Rasputin is already gone. The waiter has disappeared. The table has disappeared. You're back in the cold tundra. The camp. Near the camp. It's time to go back and tell your companions about this funny happening. Get your ass back out there, bruh. Great, I see something about a wolf. A few steps behind the camp, or maybe much further anyways, where the trees are shimmering all with the colors of rainbow, there is a pool of tears shed by the old wolf. Why would I walk in the cold, collect brushwood? I will visit the old wolf and ask if there's any canned food and shag tobacco you decide cunningly. Ooh, see, look at that cunning! The wolf is sitting in an old torn yurt. Disgrace to receive guests like that. He's crying because the pond won't fill itself. Good wolf lost his smile. Haven't you got some supplies left? Hunger creeps into our camp. Take everything. Take even the yurt. Agents arrested my son. The hardship is over for me. However, there's no canned food, no shag tobacco, no yurt. When the hallucinations are over, you are in the tundra again, somewhere far away from camp. Everybody is lost. This poor gal is dying. Nighttime. There's nobody here to talk to. Okay, she's good now. Now she's good. It's time spent in Siberia. You can already distinguish a dozen or so different sounds of the wind. The morning breeze is unique. It doesn't wail like a nightly gust storm or roar on like a blizzard. Instead, it calmly rings with frost accumulating, and the branches like the music box of a good Mother Nature. This time, the ring accompanied by something unusual. You hear Zofia praying eagerly. Her voice is different, fuller. You can feel the announcement of the drama and the seemingly calm rosary. Ah, you're up. We're praying that everything would happen faster before you wake up. Zofia interrupted her prayers, barely turning her head from the fire, and suddenly you realize what is wrong with the frosty air. You smell blood. Miss Zofia, what have you done? The screams tear out of throats. The scream tears out of the throat when you see the old woman's wrists are cut open. I was hoping to die before I had to explain myself. Nonsense. Huge nonsense, but it's nothing, kids. At least I won't waste your food anymore. At least a good roof. Make at least a good roof out of my dress. You immediately treat the wounds of the suicidal woman. It can't end this way. Not after what we've been through together. You will all survive at this nightmare. You move the dazed old woman close to the fire and wash her wounds in the cold. Her veins are narrow, and luckily she didn't lose much blood. A good dressing needs to be prepared as soon as possible. He's unconscious. Oh, he's unconscious. What's wrong with him? Hunger. Thirst. Well, I can't really do much about thirst right now. Um. Yeah, morale's pretty bad right now. Incompetence. Character does not know the task is trusted to them. There's a small chance that any action will fail. Loss of both AP and resource. Cool. Cool. Beautiful. Love it. Knife. Reliable in the woods. Helps with processing. And the day 5. And it's freezing. Can we add more wood to the fire? I cannot stand this cold anymore. To tell you the truth, I was thinking the same. That's unreasonable. If we burned the wood, we would be warm for one day. And what would we do tomorrow? We're in the woods. Woods everywhere. Wood is everywhere. Most of it is soaked. Undried wood then. Siberia. We need to warm up to survive. If we light up the camp too much, we'll attract the attention of those butchers. Have to be careful. Careful? You want to stay frozen to death? Listen, we can steal the shelter or take care of the palisade in the morning. It'll protect us from the wind. Do you still have the strength to swing the hammer? I had no feelings in my hands. Plan will do nothing. We'll do nothing. We will expand the shelter in the morning. Take it at your word. Something to cheer up. Maybe you take a warm. Maybe you would take a warm up with us, my lady. I have some vodka at the bottom. No, thank you. I avoid strong alcohol, but feel free. I say you take a sip and leave taking care of the customs and conveniency for a moment when we return. It says here that you believe we'll be back. Well, if we are to die here, then I see no reason for Can you talk only about alcohol? If you want to cheer us up, maybe you'll sing something. There you go, dear lady. On the wild steppes of the word I can't pronounce, where cold can kill you real quick. A vagrant is traveling alone, and from his pants peaks is huge. Sir, this song had different words. He floundered through the thick tundra. His foot is strapped a single sock. Maybe I'll drink after all. Brother, you pushed me to drink. That's crazy. He pushed her to drink. With freaking singing. Sophie has died. Great. Is it because of her wounds? I mean, low-key, I'm out of food, so... What a surprise, you see a strange animal resembling a deer or a small doe at a nearby grove. It has no antlers, its protruding ears bring a hair to mind more than a proud deer. It must be a Siberian musk deer, a timid creature often hunted for its fragile secrecy. Migration. Well, right now, you're more interested in meeting fur. Try to get closer and stab it in the throat. You succeed, move close by alerting the fawn. What's next? Maybe you can get even closer. Unfortunately, actions caught the deer's attention and it immediately fled away. Next time, you have to try harder. Motherfucking deer. You reach the river that you've seen from the train windows before the crash. The riverbed is wider than you expected it. It could still be that. More importantly, influenced of it. Although the water is still flowing in the middle, most of the surface is covered with slugga and fallen snow slush, which formed solid ice at the banks. All ideas about escaping that seemed good by the fire seemed dubious. You have carefully approached the edge. In the least steep place, the time of the year, the ice isn't bind with the entire width of the river, but it looks quite solid at the shore. At least it didn't crack at the stone is thrown. However, there's no reason to check the strength. You see the coastal cover does not stretch along the entire length of the river, but only accumulates in the bends and places with slower currents. The sled trip would end after a few dozen ashes. There have one positive side. You can still see fish in the water, and you manage to get a lump of ice trapped with that thing. You walked alongside the bed in both directions, far enough to look beyond the bends and see the flow of the river. It doesn't look good on straight sections. The current's still visible, but needs to be constantly chopped down the way, and watch out for shallow as not to end up in the icy water. It's even more dangerous than traveling on foot along the tracks. However, there's a third possibility left. Cross to the opposite side of the riverbank. Must discuss with the group. Rabbit. You barely come into the open area and suddenly a hare leaps from a nearby clump. Throw a rock at it. You have one chance to hit and you fail. The hare is waving goodbye to you with its white lock and spiritual drifts. Hydration. I can't. I have nothing to give him. Vodka. Fish. Our boy has passed away. The idealist forever. And so we lost a companion, an unbearable sanctuary idealist who could not say good morning without adding death to the... May have believed in a better tomorrow. He gave us a false hope that tomorrow would come. But so what? You can see the principle of historical mannerism. I have not been kind to him. To honor the memory of the comrade, I will now fall asleep without listening to his crazy appeal. Good night. Easy prophet. Let's negotiate. Ladies and gentlemen, we're taking a wrong approach. Instead of hiding and deteriorating in the cold, we should try to talk sense to thugs. Talking nonsense. I guess vodka is confusing your mind. Next time, speak sober. That's all. You laugh, but in frosty Siberia, vodka is the currency. With its help, we could try to buy security. It's just a small bet. Then you will go to them alone and suggest negotiations. If you come back alive, I will eat my shoe. You will eat the shoe if you run out, and you will eat your shoe if you run out of bark and roots. And in the meanwhile, I will be eating cured pork with the boss of the butchers. Oh, there goes him, negotiating. Cool. Everybody's dead now, pretty much. Left me alone again. He has passed. Cry for help. Someone help me, please. Don't speak ill of the dead. The pro drunkard drove me crazy with his chants and rude jokes. Everyone has a fate they deserve. At least I'm not in the habit of giving in to addiction, neglecting my duties towards my comrade. But now it doesn't matter. There's no privacy here. Here is Siberia. This notebook will help me. Oh, I don't know. For example, as a bargaining chip, both for the bandits and for the army, if they arrive with the next train. As the ancients used to say, don't speak ill of the dead. So maybe now I'll stay solemnly silent. She dies next. I mean, there's nothing I can really do. She freezes. Game over. You didn't survive. We perished. We died. Okay. We died, obviously. Just give it a second, just good old second chance. Into the damned, yes. Characters. We barely escaped death. No. Move the snowbank. Obviously, we're gonna build a campfire because it's low-key what we need. Oh. We didn't get enough. That's mighty cool. Competent. Cool. So she's incompetent. We don't want her messing with anything. Right. Structure. Okay, so let's... Get all this stuff going. You. Upgrade it. Rope. We need 2 rope. And some rock. Or some sticks. Nighttime. Let's think about the train didn't reach the next station, right? Railway employees must be expecting us to send patrol. So what? So they can't find us here. Rescue may be any moment. We just gotta give them a sign. Then we have to hide. Are you crazy? We may have to hide from the renegades. Or maybe we'll give them a smoke sign pointing towards camp. At that tone. mean, you can go east and look for the railway guards. Can we and you? Someone must guard the camp. It's not so stupid. Okay. That's not so stupid, but remember that we're in the middle of the Trans Siberia Railway, and the next station is just a patch of dirt. They'll expect rescue from the military squad. A few old men who should have retired long ago will come. Hunger. Your transport immune system better be careful because they catch the diseases. The easy catch diseases. Okay. Okay. The snare. What we need? We need some rope and more sticks. No. Frost Frog and the halo that accompanies it are certainly spectacular, but you would prefer to admire it from a safe camp. After the middle of forest, snow has covered most of the landmarks you know, and because of the icing, you barely leave clear footprints. It is a perfect recipe for getting lost. When you pass this characteristic drifts again, it becomes clear that wandering blind is a waste of time and strength. You need to find sheltered place and wait out the fog. Start a campfire. It pays out to gather brushwood. The modest campfire warms you up nicely, and you hope that someone from the camp will see you and come rescue. Well, if the renegades are really around here, well, let's hope the miss is overwhelmed with much as did you. When in danger, your body sometimes acts instinctively, and the mind records events with a certain delay. It seems to you that the first ricochet chipped off a piece of bark right next to you, and only when you heard a bang of shots echo through the wide valley, another bullet hit the frozen embankment, accidentally creating a sophisticated shape in clay. Only then did you start to run. Bullets are whistling over your heads, but you run without stopping. You manage to fall between the snow heaps. This is the only temporary asylum. The renegades do not give up and run towards you. You see horror as you see traces of blood on the ground. Run towards the trees. Reach the grove among the flying balls. You fall between the trees. The shots stop. However, you run on, whipped by branches, almost spitting out your lung. Finally, you slide into a cold snow, exhausted, and with no will to fight for your life anymore. What will be, will be. This time you made it. The thugs must have lost track, or they just didn't want to go through the thicket. You realize the threat is over. You get new strength to return to camp as soon as possible. Eating. That was awful. End day. Captured. Great. A painful poke in the side wakes you from a nap. When you open your eyes, in the dim light of the fire, you see a sturdy man with no facial hair, his face weathered, beaten for the frost and sun. Although he looks like Tundras, his captured eastern clothes reveal that he's with the renegades again. Go, he says, starting to poke with the butt of his rifle again. Leave it. He adds, when you try to take your bundle, move in the direction indicates the situation doesn't look good. Silence. Doug growls. In an imperious voice, it gives you a solid blow to the back. As you stagger, you prefer to walk the rest of the way in silence. It's clear the beanpole led you to the rest of the game for question. He didn't care about your belongings, and he probably doesn't know Russian well enough to question you on the spot. What awaits you in captivity? Tortures, quick death, or maybe they will force you to extreme hard work. When you go, the fog rises. But the Tundra offer you help. Maybe you can wait for the right moment and flee when the white thickens. You run for it. Seeing the rising fog, the thug curses in a language though he knows. He orders you to speed up and not look back. Visibility constantly decreasing. You walk, stumbling on visible stones and roots. As soon as you hear the beanpole has slipped on a boulder, you throw yourself sideways, disappearing into the fog. Bullets whistle in the air, but you run in the dark without stopping, whipped by scratching branches and old cedars. Anna ran away as fast as she won't come back. You probably found a better shelter and food. Maybe something has happened to her. So critical of her. Maybe something has happened to her. Maybe she doesn't know how to come back. In the morning, we should follow her footsteps. I don't trust her. She certainly took the opportunity and fled. She won't make it through the woods alone. We gotta put aside all this bickering and go after her. Everyone deserves to be saved. Have we noticed we haven't talked about politics in a long time? Such spite. Wenham is not here, but no reason to mock him. Every opportunity is good for it. His constant irritation is getting on my nerves. Well, let's hope he's back by morning. Can't deny his skills and enthusiasm will work. In my book, Agitation and Living, Wilder is better than a silent dead one. Okay, everybody made it back. You hungry? Eat some moss. God, her hands don't look good. Her hands do not look good at all. Dear. Plenty though. Lost. Cool. The sound of some birdies have led you to a forest thicket. You have a problem finding your way back. If only you had wings. Why not climb a tree and see the area from above? And maybe you can get back to camp before dark. After all, it's better to warm up by the fire than listen to mocking songs. Oh, it means tit all night. From the high trunk, it's possible to see the way back, but it says you spot a cliff or a fallen larch. Roots uprooted from the ground form a great hideout from the wind and fallen snow. You will find some edible rootlets and worms for the plot. In the plot for sure. Cool. Cool. Go back to main menu. So that's what we're gonna call for tonight. We might start a new game. We might continue that one. Next time we jump on, I want to thank everybody stop by. I hope you enjoyed the stream. You did. Feel free to subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. We'll be back on this. Back on Help will come tomorrow. Thursday. Yeah. No. Wednesday, if not Thursday. Wednesday, probably. Later today, tonight. We'll be jumping on Code Vein. Hopefully to finish that up. Since I feel we're in endgame. But yeah. This will be Wednesday. And we'll probably do we'll probably start a whole new game of it. And see if we can do a little bit better, get ourselves a little bit better situation. Not saying we're in a bad situation, but I'm not saying it's the world's greatest either. But yeah. I hope y'all enjoyed this day and night when you watch it. I'll talk to you on the next one. Ciao.